Is now a good time to buy an investment property in Toronto? You may have been wondering about this because you want to be building your wealth in real estate by acquiring an income-producing property. You may also be discouraged thinking that the market is uncertain right now with yet another BOC interest rate hike. However, with nearly half of Torontonians currently renting their homes, with the increase of new and returning residents coming to Toronto, as well as TRREB's recent Q2 stats indicating that 38.6% of existing Toronto condo apartments are already being rented out, and that's not meeting current market demand, it's worth exploring the opportunity for yourself. Hi and welcome. I'm Arlene Monzar, a dedicated realtor in the Toronto market with over a decade of experience in the field. In this video, I'll be examining the 3 key reasons why buying an investment property in the current Toronto market may be the right move for you. If you have any real estate questions that I can help you with, please feel free to either leave a comment or you can reach out directly to me, and my contact information is in the description box below. Low vacancy rate. Toronto is currently experiencing an exceptionally low vacancy rate. As reported by TRREB, Toronto's current vacancy rate sits at 1.2% during Q2 of 2023. The vacancy rate refers to the percentage of rental units that are unoccupied or available for rent in the City of Toronto at a given time. The vacancy rate provides insights into the state of the rental market and is often used as an indicator to assess the balance between supply and demand for rental housing. A low vacancy rate typically indicates a tight rental market with limited available units, while a high vacancy rate suggests an oversupply of rental properties relative to demand. What a 1.2% vacancy rate means is there's a scarcity of available homes for people to rent. A more healthy vacancy sits between the range of 3 and 5%. With the current low vacancy rate in Toronto, the rental market provides an opportunity for investors to capitalize on a very captive market. Toronto is in dire need of rental housing supply, and the shortage problem will not be solved overnight, primarily because there are almost no places in the city where planning regulations allow for purpose-built rental apartments to be constructed. According to a recent Globe and Mail article, quote, "Government is shaping the housing market right now. It is illegal to build apartment buildings in most of Toronto. After a decade of debate across North America and the world, this is beginning to change." Toronto passed a reform this spring allowing multiplexes, housing with 2, 3, or 4 apartments on any lot in the city. The new mayor will need to take that ball and run with it fast and forcefully. Apartment buildings of 50 units or more should be legal everywhere in the city, immediately. Zoning needs to be radically simplified. It should not require years of public consultation to get a small building approved. Beyond planning, city departments need to get on board with the objective of delivering housing, engineering, water, certainly urban design and heritage. Each group within City Hall creates its own hurdles to building housing. These have become more numerous and complex each year, and not all are actually necessary. Suffice it to say, while City Hall has the power to shape the Toronto housing market, the more immediate resolution to Toronto's rental housing supply issue rests on the shoulders of independent investors. If you're finding the content in this video to be helpful, I encourage you to show your support by liking this video and by subscribing to my channel, and I do thank you in advance for your support. Higher rental rates. What the low vacancy rate means for real estate investors is that the demand for rental property intensifies, leading to higher rental rates. This creates an appealing opportunity for real estate investors seeking attractive returns for a long-term investment. According to TRREB, the current rental rates for condominium apartments continues to outpace the rate of inflation, as the average one-bedroom condo apartment rent was $2,532 in Q2 of 2023, an increase of 11.6% when compared to Q2 of 2022. Similarly, the average 2-bedroom rent increased by 9.2% over the same period to $3,264. Newer builds are the exception to rent control. Yes, the current interest rate environment is crippling for many homeowners. However, with the banks extending amortizations to 70 or 90 years in order to ease payments, it is staving off disaster for many. However, for the investor, the higher interest rate increases can be written off as a business expense. The higher interest rate increases also push uncertain buyers to the sidelines, who would otherwise have been a potential competitor at the time of purchasing the property. Now, with fewer buyers to compete against, the better the opportunity to negotiate on the purchase price. Furthermore, properties built and occupied after November 15th of 2018 are the exception to rent-controlled annual increases. Despite Olivia Chow's intention to augment rent control, it's actually legislated provincially and not at the municipal level. So it's the Government of Ontario that has set the allowable annual increase to 2.5% for 2023 and 2024. Those properties that qualify for the exception can increase their rents to reflect fair market values. What does this mean for you? Well, I won't know until I review your particular situation. Please note that investment properties, because they aren't owner-occupied, typically require a 20% down payment on the total purchase price. You will also need your approval letter from your lender to initiate your search, simply because the pre-qualification isn't sufficient. If you're looking for strategic real estate advice, please feel free to reach out directly to me and arrange a consultation. We can have a Zoom call and discuss your unique situation and develop that optimal strategy to help you to achieve your investment goals. My contact information is in the description box below, and I look forward to hearing from you.